If everyone could please now take their seat. We have gathered here today on this beautiful summer afternoon to witness, participate, and soon celebrate the marriage of Carolyn Cross and Matt Lehman. Carolyn and Matt have asked us to begin by opening up our hearts in gratitude for their families, both families whose love and support have made this wonderful occasion possible. Let us all give a big, warm welcome to Carolyn's family, who are all visiting mostly from Virginia, but also New York, California, and Florida. Her father, Roger, mother, Judy, her brother, yours truly, as well as all her favorite aunts, uncles, and cousins. On Matt's side, his parents, Deb and Mike, his brother, Brad, and his wife, Megan, as well as his sisters, Krista, Kelsey, and Jamie. Matt's family all grew up in Coos Bay, a small town on the beautiful Oregon coast. His extended family has also crossed state lines and joined us traveling from North Dakota, California, and Arizona. An extra special place in our hearts and minds will always be set aside for our grandparents. We would like to honor their importance and the influence they have had on our lives at this time by taking a short moment of silence. In regards to Matt's grandparents, we are very, very fortunate to have one of his grandmothers here in attendance today, and that is Hazel Lehman. Likewise, our gratitude goes out to Robert Lehman, as well as Mary and Jim Larson. On Carolyn's side of the family, her grandparents were Roger and Marie Cross, as well as Richard and Phyllis Elwell. Phyllis Elwell, who is 99 years young, was not able to make the flight. However, she did compose a very special poem for the occasion, which will now be read by our mother, Judy Cross.
It is such fun to hear how you both met, finding each other through the most amazing internet. Nana, of 99 years, married 67 years, has wisdom to share with very few tears. Each marriage is special and unique, always with questions and answers to seek. So listening to each other, allowing love to lead, makes it possible to meet each and every need. Nana knows you will find your very own way from growth and change that comes with each new day. In case you need one of Nana's clues, instead of just discussing all the news, she will certainly gladly tell. Working together helps quite well. However, let's be really clear. As you know, Nana can't hear. To stay relaxed and calmly think, best to get a beer to drink. All you really just need to know is your Nana loves your choice of bowl. I second that.
This beautiful location is called Mount Tabor. It is actually an inactive volcano, yet do not fret, inactive of course being the key word. To set the stage, however, a volcano is symbolic as a channel for deep things inside to come to the surface. Therefore, what a fitting location for Carolyn and Matt's ceremony, for it is here atop Mount Tabor where your deep feelings for each other will rise to the surface for all of us to witness and celebrate. Also atop of Mount Tabor, you have a beautiful view of Portland, and it is the city of Portland where Carolyn and Matt fell in love. They bonded over their mutual interest and active lifestyle. Both are runners and soccer players and share a love of the outdoors. Both are also proud homeowners, and it just so happens that their homes are side by side. Carolyn and Matt live in one, and Matt rents his house to his brother Brad, his wife Megan, their friends. It's a very close-knit community that also includes Matt's dog, Macaroni, as well as recently grown to include Carolyn's new kittens, Raphael and Leonardo. A little over a year ago, Carolyn, who works for Adidas, was on a work exchange trip visiting their corporate headquarters. It was there while she was in Germany for an entire month. She teases Matt that it was while she was gone for an entire month and Matt had to fend for himself all alone, that he decided he could not live without her. At that point, he joined her in Europe, and together they traveled, visiting Prague, Budapest, and even stopped off in Ireland on the way back to the States. It was there on the white cliffs of Moher, which rise 400 feet above the Atlantic Ocean, that Matt proposed. Matt also jokes about the occasion, saying he asked Carolyn to stand near the edge while he went down on his knee in proposal, knowing Carolyn's a little scared of heights, thinking she would be more likely to hurry up and say yes. However, all jokes aside, the photos documenting this occasion are beautiful. Matt couldn't have been more romantic, and it is their continued commitment to each other that brings them here today in matrimony. A big influence on my spiritual life and development has been a Buddhist nun. Her name is June Sun, and she and I met about 8 years ago and became friends. She has shared a lot with me over those years, but something she has given me, and I would like to share with all of you here today, is it is no longer enough for one person, whether one man or one woman, to go off by themselves in search of personal enlightenment. The isolation of the mountaintop, the waterfall basin, or the desert cave worked for prophets of the past, but the world is so much more populated today that gaining anything for oneself is not the way. It is not enough for one person to reach enlightenment anymore. It is rather the relationships we make, the bonds we form, and the sacred unions we uphold that matter most. For it is only through Carolyn and Matt's love and support for each other that they can raise the level of their own consciousness, and in doing so, all of us as their larger community, we all benefit. In fact, the whole fabric of society will be strengthened and made better. We now come to the words that Carolyn and Matt want to hear the most today. The words that take them across the threshold from being engaged to that of being married. Yet before you declare your vows to one another, please confirm to all of us here that it is indeed your intention to be married today. Carolyn, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to Matt in marriage? If so, answer I do. That was a good. Matt, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to Carolyn in marriage? If so, answer I do.
I do.
It is now time for Carolyn and Matt to share their vows, with Carolyn going first.
Matt, we met almost exactly 4 years ago today, and I still remember that moment of being so nervous and excited when you walked into North 45 for our first blind date. I remember two things vividly. First, that I was immediately attracted to you and loved your blue eyes. And second, that I was expecting you to be a little taller. We had an immediate connection, and it felt so natural to be with you, having beers, talking about soccer and running hood to coast, and laughing. By the end of the date, you had almost convinced me to go to Brazil with you next summer for the World Cup. You've shown me for the first time what love truly is, and I can't believe how lucky I am to be standing up here with you today. It only took me 30 years, a cross-country move, and several bad Match.com dates to finally find you. But now I can't imagine the rest of my life without you in it. So, Matt, I choose you as you are, and I promise to love you unconditionally and without hesitation. I choose you because of how caring and generous you are towards other people and how sweet and loving you are towards me. I choose you because you are full of surprises, like a spontaneous gift of flowers or dark chocolate, or like buying the house right next door to mine, before we were even engaged. And I choose you because you are my favorite travel partner. I love that you're up for any adventure, whether it's camping on the beach in Canada or going to a spa party in Budapest, even if we were 10 years older than everyone else there. I promise to stand by your side and always believe in you. I promise to love you, encourage you, and comfort you in all the good times, and to struggle alongside you through the bad times. I promise to respect you and cherish you as an individual, a partner, and an equal, knowing that we do not complete but complement each other. I promise to always listen to you, to never stop communicating, and to never give up on us. You are the love of my life, and I can't wait to continue building this amazing life with you. I'm so excited to start the rest of our adventure together, and to be partners, friends, and lovers today and all the days that follow.
Thank you,
Carolyn, when we decided to write our own vows, I was nervous. I was nervous because I wasn't sure I could put into words how to accurately describe my love for you. I always assumed that someday I would get married, but I never thought I'd meet the love of my life on Match.com. A person that would challenge me, help me, console me, and always be there by my side. You are the person that makes me work to be a better person. A lot. Maybe sometimes a little too much. I love our similarities, of which there are too many to list. But more importantly, I love our differences. I love that we approach problems differently, sometimes come to different outcomes. I love that we both handle difficult situations differently. You, calmly, quietly, and effectively. Me, screaming and yelling until I annoy everybody and get my way. Of the many things I love about you, the one that stands out the most is your determination, since that's how we ended up together. Your determination to fight through obstacles to get where you want to be, from moving all over the country to find your dream job, to seeking out yours truly, even if it almost was stalking. Making a poop album. my 2-minute limit attempt to describe my love for you. This doesn't do it justice. I can't imagine a life without you. The trips. God, I told Carolyn she's gonna be the one that cries. The trips, the family, soccer, Leo, Rafa, macaroni, our friends. Okay, mainly your friends if we're talking about the positives. None of those things would be the same without you. The love of my life by my side. I'm so thankful I get to celebrate today and the rest of my life with you. Thank you for saying yes. Thank you for agreeing to put up with me. I love you now and always.
That was very beautiful. At this time, we will present each other with their rings. Yeah. What do you want to do first? Sorry. Matt, will you please take this ring and place it on Carolyn's left hand? While holding her hand, please repeat this after me. With this ring, I seal my promise
to
be your faithful and loving husband.
be your faithful and loving husband.
I give you this ring to wear
And give you this ring to wear
as a symbol of our unity and love,
as a symbol of our unity and love,
as well as respect and trust.
as well as respect and trust.
Carolyn, will you please take this ring and place it on Matt's left hand? While holding his hand, please repeat after me. With this ring, I seal my promise to be your faithful and loving wife. I give you this ring to wear as a symbol of our unity and love, as well as respect and trust. Carolyn and Matt, you have now just committed yourselves to one another. May the wedding rings you have exchanged today remind you always that you are surrounded by enduring love. It is with our own two eyes that we look out at the world with. Yet all too often we look at the person in front of us and we see them as different. We think of them as another. Yet, now that you have both shared your vows and exchanged rings, I ask you to consider the metaphor of your reflection as newlyweds. In your reflection, please notice that you are side by side. Your hands are held, your shoulders touching. You are together. You are one. Above you, the blue sky. Below you, the green earth of summer. Notice, too, in your reflection, surrounding you is a supporting community that is made up of your newly combined families as well as all your friends. These are all the people whose lives you've touched along the way. Of course, this mirror is just a visual aid, but realize that this is how all of us see you. We all see you joined together in unity, together as a couple. So no longer see the world through your individual eyes alone, for no longer are you alone. You are together. You are married. Because you have both come here together of your own free will and represent a combined interest in life, philosophy, and spirit, it is with great pleasure that we all acknowledge, accept, and forever support the marriage of Carolyn Cross and Matt Lehman. You are now husband and wife and may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to introduce to you for the very first time the newlyweds Carolyn Cross and Matt Lehman.
Hard to keep my tears back. Just like these people like watching.